Yes, people, what's happening? Welcome back to the channel and welcome to another match reaction video. First things first, guys, make sure you smash the like, subscribe if you're new around here, and as always, leave your thoughts in the comments, guys. And it finished Copenhagen 1, Chelsea 2 in the first leg of the last 16 tie in the Conference League. Chelsea still with a 100% record in the competition. I know it's a cliche, but this was very much a game of two halves. The first half, absolutely diabolical. I'll dive into it in a bit more detail. In the second half, the changes made a difference. We upped the tempo and we got a couple of goals, only to let in a really cheap one at the end and put a bit more pressure on ourselves. But Enzo Maresca certainly rolled the dice with this fixture in terms of his team selection. It was 8 days since the win against Southampton. Plenty of time to prepare, plenty of time to give players a rest, work on things on the training ground. But he went with a very youthful side. Shumwaheka, the 17-year-old, making his first start. Tyreek George in the attack as well. We had Reece James once again in midfield alongside Moises Caicedo. Robert Sanchez in goal, as we know. We had Chalobah at the back with Tosin. We had Cucurella, we had Gusto as almost like a bit of a left back with Tyreek George almost as a right back. So it's almost like a back three with Chalobah, Badiashile and Tosin. Then left wing was almost Gusto, right wing Tyreek George. And we had sort of Dewsbury Hall playing in that kind of left number 10 spot. We have got to be honest, the first half, guys, was absolutely diabolical. I do not think I have watched a more boring half of football, a more passive half of football, a more pedestrian half of football. It was absolutely diabolical. RXG for that was 0.06 in the first half of that game. We didn't have a single shot on target. People were giving the ball away. Dewsbury Hall giving the ball away left, right and centre. The same with Cole Palmer, also really poor in that first half. I was not liking that Gusto left wing, Dewsbury Hall left 10, half space, little link up on that left-hand side. Wasn't working. Dewsbury Hall just hasn't got the quality. Gusto, he's not a left winger. And we lost him to injury in that first half as well. Looking forward to Maresca saying, oh, it's not too bad, but actually we find out that he's going to be out for the remainder of the season. Cucurella came on, but again, didn't really change much in that first half. We simply didn't get the ball out to George. Palmer every time would come inside. He'd never look for George on the overlap. Shumwaheka, I feel sorry for him. 17 years old, your first start for Chelsea. The system behind him was all wrong. We didn't get the ball to him enough, and there was very, very little that he could actually do. And I thought it was really harsh for him to be subbed at halftime. Look, it's an easy choice as a manager to take off a young player, but if you're gonna give a young player like that a start, and then you're just gonna take him off at halftime when actually he's not done anything wrong, I think that's a little bit of a cop out, and that's not going to be good for Shim's confidence whatsoever, in my view. But I don't know what he thought tonight, Maresca, playing Dewsbury Hall on the left, no attributes to play that role, and then it did leave Shim isolated. He had no support in that half at all, and I did feel very sorry for him coming off at half time, because it could have been anyone coming off at half time, because that first half was dire, absolutely dire. So poor, so poor. But the good thing is, guys, that football is not 45 minutes long. It is 90. And I was saying at half time, look, these changes have got to be made. He's got to get in Kunku on, he's got to get Enzo Fernandez on, he's got to get Pedro Neto on. 2 of those 3 came on. There were 3 changes at the break. Colwell replaced Badiashile. I think that would have been pre-planned, given Badiashile hasn't played for a number of... hasn't played this year, I don't think. And then obviously Enzo Fernandez for Caicedo. That could well have been pre-planned as well. And then in Kunku on for Waheka, fair enough. We had to try something different, even though I disagreed with him being taken off. And you know what? Straight away, there was more urgency in that first half. There was more impetus in that than that first half. And we get a really nice goal through Reece James. It's good work from Cucurella down that left-hand side. And it's a brilliant finish from James. There's not an awful lot of pace on it, but the goalkeeper, is obviously maybe blindsided by those defenders in front of him. But James has put such great accuracy on that shot that, it would have been very, very difficult for the goalkeeper to stop it. And do you know what as well, guys? James looks so much more comfortable in midfield when Enzo Fernandez was alongside him as well. Someone that really helped him more. Someone who's willing to play a few more riskier passes. Someone who's, going to make that difference in there. Reece and Caicedo, it didn't really work in that first half. But yeah, Reece with a really important goal. Great to see him with a smile on his face. Great to see him back playing football again. And he offered that solidity in the middle of the park, particularly with the use of an overlapping fullback. And I think until Lavia's back, we could well see Reece James deployed in this role. And he looks like he's been playing in midfield all his career. He really is that good of a footballer. It didn't particularly work first half, as I said, alongside Caicedo, but the introduction of Enzo Fernandez made a big difference. And that was a really, really good finish by Reece. Really, really good finish by Reece. And I'm very, very impressed by what I saw from him today. And then look, we get the second for Enzo Fernandez. And again, it's another really good goal. Great work from Nkunku for pressing, for winning the ball back. I mean, I never thought I'd be praising Nkunku for his pressing, but here we are. And it was a brilliant cutback by Tyreek George as well for an assist. He could have easily shot in that position, but he cut it back for Enzo. And it's a really good finish first time into the back of the net. And at that point, you're thinking, right, okay, let's go and get a third. Let's kill this tie off. Let's just get the job done. But unfortunately, we didn't really create too many other opportunities in the second half. And then we do what we always do. We make life really difficult for ourselves. We concede a really, really poor goal from a set piece to begin with. Ridiculously pointless free kick to give away in the first place. And then the guy who headers it in, I forget his name now. Why is no one marking him? No one marking him whatsoever. Sanchez could do better in goal. Dewsbury Hall not picking his man up. Colwell in no man's land. Absolutely shocking marking. And we constantly drop the tempo every time after we score. And this is not an Enzo Maresca thing, guys. Yes, it's been happening this season, but this happened under Pochettino. This happened under Thomas Tuchel. This has been happening for years and years and years. It's been an issue. Why can we not keep the tempo? And why do we keep letting teams back into games? I just do not get that. I do not get that. And the game become a little bit nervy towards the end. The crowd was up. Copenhagen was sensing there could be an opportunity here. But luckily we held on. And look, it was looking like it was going to be a very good result at 2-0. And then we shot ourselves in the foot like we always do. But having said that, we would have all taken having a lead going back to Stamford Bridge. And look, Copenhagen, absolutely. If you play against them with any tempo, any speed, as soon as we injected a bit more life, a bit more tempo, a bit more speed into the game, they really struggled to cope. But again, we weren't necessarily helped by the referee, main character syndrome, dishing out yellows left, right, and centre for pointless things. And of course, as well, a bit of main character syndrome, literally seemingly giving us no free kicks whatsoever. And look, at 2-0, you're saying that the tie is pretty much 75% done. But unfortunately, you probably look right now, job half done. Job half done, I'd say. It could have been 75%, 100% done if we got another goal, or at 2-0, it's virtually done. But again, we would have absolutely taken this result before kickoff. Given the run of form that we're on, given we've not won away from home for quite a long time, and given how poor that first half was, I would have taken that, and look, I'm reasonably happy with what we saw in that. I mean, as I said, Enzo Fernandez, game changer. He's got passion, great finish. Willing to play the riskier passes. That was the big game-changing difference for me. Enzo Fernandez was the game changer. Tyreek George, I thought, done well. Didn't get the ball in the first half, but then played as a makeshift centre forward in the second half. And he worked really hard, and he did pretty well. But again, we take this back to Stamford Bridge and we finish the job off. We get one goal early doors at Stamford Bridge, the game's done, absolutely finished. So yeah, I take it. Disappointing not to keep the clean sheet, but we never seem to be able to keep a clean sheet. It's so annoying, but it is what it is. But look, people say that Maresca's not improved players. I present to you Enzo Fernandez. Yes, he's much fitter, but Maresca has absolutely got that into his game, arriving into the box and adding goals. And he's got 13 GNA this season in all comps. 17 was his best in his career so far at River Plate. But in that attacking role, that more advanced role in midfield, he's proving a lot of doubters wrong. He absolutely is proving a lot of doubters wrong, and I'm very pleased with what I saw from him, and I'm very pleased with the improvements that we've had. And he was a game changer today, absolute game changer, Enzo Fernandez. And look, the job's done. We go back to Stamford Bridge, we finish it off, and we move into the last eight. Simple as that, guys. Simple as that. So yeah, not the best, but not the worst. We're in the driving seat, and we go and finish the job off next week, and we focus on Leicester on Sunday. But again, Cole Palmer, a bit concerned by his performance, but look, it will come. It will come. He's just going for a difficult patch right now. But again, I was a little bit disappointed with him. But again, everyone was disappointing in that first half. Second half, maybe he was a little bit better. But look, this is a team game. And look, we're able to win games with Cole Palmer not playing well. I'll absolutely take that. But the sooner he gets back to form, the better it's going to be for us. But yeah, guys, that's just my thoughts on the game. Not the most exciting, but we got the job done. We move on to next week, Stamford Bridge, get the job done in the second leg. Full focus on Leicester on Sunday. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below, guys. Smash the like, subscribe if you're new around here. All of that good stuff. Be sure to check out Jerseys FC Soccer Shop. 20% off with code Blue Brother off your Chelsea kits and free shipping. Link in a description. You can get your names, numbers, patches, whatever you want. Please do check it out, guys. Blue Brother for 20% off, and link in the description. And guys, I'll catch you again in another one soon. Up the Chelsea, and we're out. Peace.